Alright, hello everybody, and excuse the little error on the ticker unless that's correct. Oh no, that's correct, never mind. I thought I made an error on the ticker, but no I didn't. But as we overlook right here, some of the Rocky Mountains right here in a very cloudy day right here in the outskirts of Denver, Colorado, the Six Flags Center League welcomes you all right here to the Denver Motorsports Park here in just here outside of Aurora, Colorado, right on the outskirts of Denver. I am Alex Prime. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in for this afternoon. We got 41 cars all lined up here, ready to go. Practicing qualifying, actually had a little bit of some big names run up front, but qualifying is what really set the field up. We do have two part-timers in the field, like always. Although I am hearing from one of the teams that we could expect a third part-time car to at least make a start sometime soon. But we're gonna waste no more time. You're gonna start with your starting lineup. So of course we take a look right there at your Chevrolet Camaro pace car. On the pole for the first time this season is Josh Ranieri in his number 8 SMG Ford Chevrolet. And to his outside is Sam Mayer, his teammate Sam Mayer in the number 1 10X Health Chevrolet. Then it's Suya Sui making her first start in the number 9 Glotique Chevrolet. And to her outside is Tari Retzloff in the number 96 Glitch Meta Runner Chevrolet. Then it's our back-to-back winner, Carolina Bradley in the number 33 Kit Kat Ford. Let's see if she'll be able to go 3 in a row. And to her outside is Noah Treason in the number 49 Sprite Toyota Supra. Then it's Psycho Pichitaro in the number 04 Menards Swiffer Ford Fusion. And to her outside is Pawnee Jones in the number 00 Glitch Productions, the Amazing Digital Circus Chevrolet. Then it's Ethan Rice in the number 23 Publix Dodge. And to his outside is Pato Award in the number 01 MasterCard Cadillac. Then we got a pair of Des Racing teammates right here, starting with Deshaun Jackson in the number 10 DoorDash Toyota Supra. And to his outside is Adana Kratz in the number 39 Alvary XO Toyota Supra. Then it's Zoe Backendemine in the number 71 LinkedIn Park Chevrolet. And to her outside is Shoto Todoroki in the number 93 Bandai Namco Toyota Supra. Then it's Corey Day in the number 88 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. And to his outside is Kane Steele in the number 50 Mako Tools Dodge. Then it's Kayla Washington in the number 19 Washington State University Toyota Supra. And to her outside is Brendan Brown, the number 68 Chevrolet. Then it's Clyde McBride in the number 37 Busch Light Ford. And to his outside is Achako Aurora in the number 6 KFC Toyota Supra. Then it's Maggie Spletzer in the number 13 Glitch Productions Worth Chevrolet. And to her outside is Hernan Hernandez in the number 48 Freeway.com Toyota Supra. Then it's Justin Allgard in the number 7 Brandit Chevrolet. And to his outside is Rose Thorne in the number 42 DuPont Pepsi Chevrolet. Then we got a pair of Fly High teammates right here. Connor DJ Hart in the number 2 Monster Energy Cadillac. And to his outside is Jimmy Fellows in the number 22 Nationwide Cadillac. Then it's Desiree Hudson in the number 14 Instagram Toyota Supra. And to her outside is Charles Charlie Calvin in the number 62 Twisted Tea Chevrolet. Then it's Karen Catfish in the number 03 Best Buy Ford. And to her outside is her teammate Ryan Danielson in the number 34 Hulu Ford. That is Travis Regan in the number 99 C&J Energy Services Chevrolet. And to his outside is Radek Zorik in the number 53 Tilton Dodge. Then it's Izuka Midori in the number 78 Furniture Row Toyota Supra. And to her outside, making his first start in that part-time number 81, Kendry Woodwillow in the number 81 Raising Cane's Toyota Supra. Then it's Andre Killinger in the number 17 Zest Ford. And to his outside is Stella Wheel in the number 12 Rowdy Energy Cadillac. Look at your final 5 cars right here. You got Luca Zorik in the number 28 John Deere Dodge. And to her outside is Matt Vasquez in the number 20 Cheetos Cadillac. Then it's Jemiah Washington in the number 11 Nestel Pure Life Toyota Supra. And to her outside is Tage Magnuson in the number 41 Leaf Filter Cadillac. And rounding out the field is the 51 of Steve Iverson in his number 51 Phillips 66 Dodge Charger. Alright, so 60 laps. I just need to reposition the camera right here since I'm literally in free cam right now. But yeah, 60 laps. And of course, I did say in the chat, y'all can make y'all's picks in the chat on the pinned message. So
drivers, to your cars.
Repeat some. Sorry, bro. Oh my god. Alright. Well, at least less than 25 seconds left for the command to fire engines. I hope all of y'all's weekend is currently going really well. And, you know, I hope you're having a great week. Yeah, we had a off week last week, so that's why there was no race last week. But yeah, here we go for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the command has been given. The engines are now firing. Junior Motorsports will have the 1, 2, 3 for the start of this race. And Joshua Neely, just a really great team owner and a really great driver, starting up front right here next to his Junior Motorsports teammate Sam Mayer. And actually, ironically enough, Joshua Neely Racing is actually sourcing out parts for Junior Motorsports, as they are, since you know, Neely races for them, so they got a part sharing agreement. And as the field rolls onto the back straight pavement, this is a very flat oval, as you can see on the radar on the bottom right. It is a really wide oval, tri-oval as well, but it is very flat. There's not a lot of banking in the corners, as you'll see right here when they head into the corners. The corners is relatively flat. There's minimal banking, but that means you're going to have to see the chance for guys to be sliding all over the track. I did do some testing. These guys do tend to slide around quite a bit, even get into each other at multiple points. That means we'll be in for some good racing. Oh, and I hate when this camera goes like that. Like, it literally just, like, covers up. You know, the pace car is in. It's on the 8 and 1. The lead is to the green. And as they head into the long front straightaway right here, into the restart zone they go. Green flags in the air. We're underway at Denver. Tari's already going to try to make it 3 wide to the outside of the 1 and 8. Oh, but she scrapes the wall right there going into turn 3. Neely will get out ahead with his teammate Suyu Asui behind in the 9. Carolina Bradley sticking back there with Psycho in tow. Now here comes Sue to the inside of her teammate. And she is going to take the race lead away from her teammate. But now Carolina Bradley, now hot on the 9's tail. There she goes to the inside. Ooh, good run though by the 9 off in turn 4, but the 33 is at an advantage here on that far side. The 9 will lead the first lap of this race. Oh, and the 9 just screwed up turn 1. That's going to allow the 33 to get by for the lead. Neely's going to get right by his teammate yet again and take the lead back away. Side by side back there for fourth between Psycho and Mayer. Mayer's got to get by, although he did bump his teammate right there. He's going to get by. No problems. But these guys are starting to spread out right now. Carolina Bradley. Her first lap of the day. And side by side for fifth has begun between Deshawn and Psycho. Oh yeah, I'm really... Hold on. Hold on here. Something's going on with my mic. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Alright, I am sorry about the mic issues. It's just that when you have a mic and sometimes it just doesn't want to work, that's how it is. And Deshawn and Psycho both got by Sue right there for the 4th and 5th spot. And now Neely's battling with the 33 for the race lead. Side by side for the lead through the front stretch in the 1. Sam Mayer Mayor's out, join this fight. The 8 with a huge send in the corner. He's going to take the lead away. Sam Mayor's going to get by for second. But Sam Mayer, he's not going to go idly by. He zips right past his teammate for the lead. Ooh, and Deshawn just pounding the back end of the 33. He's going to move her out of the way and get to third, no problem. But what a move, though, by Deshawn Jackson in that 10 car. Deshawn Jackson looking to give Toyota their first win of the season. So far, Toyota has not won yet in either D2 or D1. So this will be good for them if they can snoop by with a victory. But Sam Mayer is just continuing to build an impressive gap to his teammate, but Neely's really trying his hardest right here. There goes Psycho to the inside of the 10. But the 10's gonna stay clear of Psycho for right now. And we are keeping an eye on the clouds overhead. And Stella Wheeler, our first car lap down, she just came off of pit road. I think there might have been some sort of issue with the 12 cars. Already issues for some of the Cadillac, for that number 12 Cadillac. And I have no idea why the ticker's saying there's cars lap down when there's not. The only car that should be a lap down should be the 12, unless the 12's still in the lead lap. But I don't know. This ticker could sometimes be faulty. And Deshawn Jackson has got by Neely for second, breaking that Junior Motorsports 1-2. As Psycho's now got to try to look on the 8. Deshawn Jackson slides up the turn there a little bit. That's going to leave the door open for Psycho to try to get by the 8. But the 8 does got to push the 10 out in front. And the 0-4 with another good run through turn 4, but got to the 8th quarter panel, but couldn't quite make the pass. She's got to try to do it now, but Neely looks like he was trying to go down the block, but he's staying with the 10. The 10 is actually trying to close on Sam Mayer. And it looks like the 49 has also made its way onto pit road. So it looks like we already got a lot of troubles from a lot of guys in the field. So it looks like some equipment is just not performing up to what some of the drivers are wanting. But Sam Mayer just continuing to dominate the first laps of this race as we're on lap 9. But I don't think he's comfortable just yet, because Deshawn is really trying all he can to catch up. But that 1 is just so strong through the corners. I don't know if Deshawn will be able to have a shot at Mayer at all unless Mayer makes a mistake, because the gap is nearly 1 second between the 1 and 10. And as we look at the radar on the bottom right, you can see that the cars are starting to spread out. You see the main pack, they are starting to spread out. As you see, it looks like we have 2 different pack breakaways. So of course we got the pack of the leaders, which is the first pack. Then we got the second pack, which encompasses the majority of the field. And then there's a third pack behind, which is just slowly losing time. Psycho's right there on the back bumper at the 10. Oh, and a little bit of a bump, and caution is out. Caution is out for the first time. There's a wreck on the backstretch, and it's Travis Regan. Caution out on lap 10. Looks like Sam Mayer will win the race back to pit road. Side by side for second. It's going to go to Deshawn Jackson. Yeah, tough break for Travis Regan in the 99. Let's go back here and see what happened. Going through turn number 2. So as we take a look right here, Travis, he's sliding up the track, so he got loose, got into the 0-3 of Carrot Catfish, just send them, and then they tried correcting it, but then 99 goes into the wall, just nowhere for the 0-3, got caught up, and then bam, just nowhere for the 20 to go. Great job though by Radic Zorik and Zoe Backenamine to avoid that wreck, but heavy damage sustained to the 99 and the 20. So we're going to see if they'll be able to keep their cars going here. The 20 is currently on pit road. And our first caution of the day is out. And I think that'll definitely be good for Deshaun Jackson. As here comes the majority of the field on the pit road. Yeah, that's basically almost the entire field right there going on a pit road. And you see there are 2 different pit lane entries. They're taking the speedway one, which is of course the one they're going down, and then that narrow one is for the Roval variant. I don't know if we'll ever run the Roval, but I could make that decision if I wanted to, as everyone's now heading into their respective stalls. Let's see who will make it out of pit road first. The leaders to look out for: Merritt, Jackson, Bichitaru, Neely, McBride, Kratz, Hernan, Brown, Hartz, Jayla. And coming out of pit road, looks at the 0-4 win the race off pit road. Followed by her teammate, the 37, and then the 10, 23, and 39. But what a stop though for Ethan Rice. Ethan Rice was not even in the top 10 by the time this caution came out. So really great job by the team of the 23. You see right there, he was 20th the last time he crossed the line. So really great job by Ethan Rice. So right now your top 5 is as follows: Ford, Toyota, Dodge, Toyota. As Deshaun is now not one of the only Toyotas in the top 5. The other one is being his teammate Adana Kratz of the 39, who did get the fastest lap in practice. So we're going to see if basically the fastest practice lap setter will be able to take the lead, but she's got to see if she could get by all these cars, because we got some strong cars. Like, there is the 0-4, who has undoubtedly been really strong throughout the first part of this race, been staying out there in the top 5. And now she's got her teammate, Clyde McBride of the 37, up here as well. As you see, the field is now shifted. The 20 is out of this race, so Vasquez being our first DNF of the race. The damage was too severe, and they had to bring that wrecked up number 20 CTSV into the garage. So tough break already for Matt Vasquez. As the field continues to pace right here, we don't know if when we'll go back green. Hopefully we'll go back green on lap 15, which means possible green next time by. Deshaun Jackson still currently has the fastest lap time. But actually, as we continue pacing right here, we're actually going to go ahead and tell you the current point situation of the Mountain Dew Series heading into this race. Deshaun Jackson is currently your active points leader, but by only 12 points ahead of Carolina Bradley. And right now, Deshaun Jackson is currently running 3rd, while Carolina Bradley is running 8th. Then it's Connor DeJahart in the 2, currently 3rd in points, who is currently running 21st. And then it's Hernan, 4th in points, 13th, currently running. And the last driver of the top 10 is Tari Ritzloff in the 96, who I think dropped out of the top 10 after that caution came out. But we'll see where she's running right here once the board shows. Oh yeah, she's currently running 6th, so looking good so far for Tari. As we are going green this time, Psycho Bitch Tari, your leader, followed by Clive McBride, Deshaun Jackson, Ethan Rice, and Donna Kratz in the top 5. Then Tari Retzloff, Sam Mayer, Carolina Bradley, Joshua Neely, and Kane Steele rounds at the top 10. But yeah, it's now going to be go time right here, folks. We're going into lap 15 out of 60. So now the track condition has definitely changed up quite a bit, since now a lot of rubber has been laid for the first 10 laps. And we also managed to get some considerable grip on the tires down, which means there's now going to be there's basically going to be a lot of bit of tire fallout that we could expect to see. Like, we already been seeing issues with some cars already in the back, like the 12 and the 49. So there's definitely the possibility that some cars' performance has definitely been changed up. But yeah, as Psycho leads the field out of turn number 4. Here we go. The field rounds off at turn number 4. And the pace car is in. It's on the 04 to lead us back to the green. And as we go back into the restart zone, green flag. And a great restart by the 04 of Psycho Michitaru, as Ethan and Adana try to split it 3 wide on the 10, but that was not going to work. The 10 gets by, but here comes the 23 right to the inside for 3rd. Looks like Adana's slowly losing her footing a little bit on that outside lane, but she is right up behind her teammate, the 10 of Deshaun Jackson. As the 37 appears to have a problem, he is slowing down drastically. That's going to allow the 23 to get by for 2nd. Sam Mayer with a monstrous move down on the bottom. He's trying to get some much-needed ground, as he's right now getting pushed by his teammate, Josh Neely, the 8, ahead of Donna Kratz with the 39. As the 10 of Deshaun is finally going to drop down. And Psycho already with a 0.6 advantage over Ethan. As side-by-side for 3rd is on between Mayer and Kratz. No problem for Sam Mayer, as here comes her teammate, Deshaun Jackson, right to the inside. Clyde looks like he got into Tari right there. That might have caused a little bit of tire run to the 96 of Tari Retzloff. But we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that tire to see if that will go down. And now Hernan making some strides in the top 10. He looks like he's going to try to get by his teammate now. And here goes the 19 of Kayla Washington right there. And there's a wreck in the back. They're spinning, but their caution is back out on lap 17. The 00 is in it. So is the 68, the 34, the 17. 3 cars are around on the front stretch. They are racing it back to the caution flag. And right now, the 04 looks like she's just going to single-handedly get the race back to the line. Although there is a hard-charging Sam Mayer back there, that's not going to matter. But yeah, we're definitely going to go back here and see what happened from that wreck. As the 12 is back out. As we'll go back here and see what happened to these cars right here on turn number 1, because that looked like that was a pretty bad wreck. So we're gonna keep an eye on these guys right here. So see the 90, you see right there, Shoto gets into the 53 a little bit. Oh no, they started up here. So yeah, it looks like Brendan Brown looks like he already started spinning around off of turn 4. So let's see what happened right here. So you see right there, Sif gets into the 78. And then they get into the 68, and then, yeah, just since the 68 just spinning out right here on the front stretch. And then the 41 makes contact with the 51, and then bam, into the 34. Pato got nudged a little bit, but look at that save, though. What a save by Pato. But not as fortunate. It was Ryan Danielson and Andre who had nowhere to go. And the field looks like they've headed back onto pit road, so interesting strategy calls we're seeing right here. It sounds like one car is looks like only one car had stayed out. Everyone else has went into pit road. That was the 49 of Noah Treason. So we'll allow him to wave around. And Sam Mayer won the race off pit road, following the 8, 0, 4, 9, and 10. Well, what a stop, though, for the 81. He has gained multiple spots from that pit cycle. But as the field now reorganizes themselves up here on the front stretch, both of the part-time cars are now within the top 10. See right there, there's Sue right there in the 9 right there running 4th, and then the 81 of Condre Woodward currently right now 6th. So overall, good run so far from both of our part-timers. Well, yeah, Sam Ayer back to where he was from that first caution. But now, can he be able to press the advantage as Psycho is now behind him and Neely? But Neely's definitely looking for that first win. He's already won in the Racetrack Cup Series. But since there were no spots left for him, he has made the jump over to Mountain Dew. We drive along with Alex Ryan Jr. Motorsports, as well as his drivers down here. That being the 00, 13, and 96. But if anybody has any questions in the chat that they would like to be answered, I will love to hear them, and I will answer them if I can. But it'll mostly be of like if there's like a laying low moment or something. But y'all are always free to ask me questions about what's gonna happen, or like anything that's related to the server or the league in general. So yeah, that could be a theoretical possibility. Well, now we do have some drivers up here who have not been running, had not run up in the top 10 yet, like Condre Woodlow and Maggie Spletzer. We have not seen any of those two up in the top 10 yet. Everyone else has been in the top 10 or top 5. I'm pretty sure they do, Seb. They should know. Oh my god. Alright, we are going green this time. Sam Mayer, your leader, followed by Joshua Neely, Psycho Bichitaru, Suyu Asui, and Deshaun Jackson in the top 5. Then Condre Woodlow, Kane Steele, Adonda Kratz, Carolina Bradley, and Maggie Spletzer rounds up the top 10. But overall, really good day for some of these guys, especially the 50 of Kane Steele, who's had it pretty rough up to this race. As they round off turn number 2 onto the back straight right here. Of course, you can see where your favorite drivers, or of course any team owners, where your drivers are currently running. As you see, Danielson, Brown, and Jones are out of this race. We are down to 37 cars, with the only lapper right now being Stella Wheeler, who is two laps down. Just so many issues having plugging that 12 car. But yeah, once again, Alex Ryan Jr. Motorsports will be 1-2, leading us to the green flag. And the pace car is off. It's on the 1. Lead us back to the green. And as they head towards the restart zone, we are good to go. Green flag back in the air. Psycho already trying to make an outside move to Joshua Neely. That's allowed Sam Mayer to pull away. Oh, the 04 brushes the outside wall. Here comes Sue to the inside of the 9. Oh, the 04 trying to get a good run though, but that was not enough against Suya Sui, who's also got a good run down the backstretch. The 9 will take second away from her teammate. Deshawn just pounding the back end of that 04. And they're going to fan out right there. The 04 goes to the inside. The 10 tries to look, but the 04 blocks. What a block by the 04 on the 10. Now she's going to try to get by both the 8 and the 9. She will get by the 8. She's out right there at the 9. And what a send by Deshaun Jackson. He's going to get by for 4th. And the 04 and 10 have gotten by the 9 and the 8. Now they need to see what they can do with this one car. Psycho's got a good run here through the corner. Deshaun got a little loose right there. He had to give up time to the 04 and allow the 9 to catch up. Now here comes Sue to the inside of the 10. And what a send by the 9 through turn 1. That closed up a considerable amount of time. And Neely has got by the 10 again for 4th. As Al Psycho battling with Sam Mayer for the lead. Side by side of the 3, the 04 is going to get to the race lead. And now here comes the 9 and the 8. They're going to try to split it 3 wide for a second. They are 3 wide. Almost contact between the 1 and the 9. The 8's going to take advantage. But what a 3 wide pass right there by Joshua Neal. And now Kane Steele does the same thing. He gets by all of them by going 3 wide. Woodlow tried to do the same thing, but they have dispersed that before they could even do something like that. Now Kane Steele in the back bumper. The 8 on the 9 with another send. The contact made between the 9 and the 50. Sue does not have any patience for Kane Steele, as she'll blast him right by the 8. Now Condre looks to the 9 to the inside. That is for 3rd. And another send made by the 81. The 9 is forced to go high. That allows the 81 to get up into 3rd. Deshaun Jackson has rebounded. The 78's also in this fight now as well. Also in the fight is Corey Day. But Psycho has now established over a 1 second gap between herself and Kane Steele. They are 3 wide again for 4th. But Deshaun Jackson looks like he's able to blast right by as Midoriya continues to try to challenge for that position. Sam Mayer once again goes all the way down to the apron. And the field is once again starting to fan out, but the 04 just got a huge gap. Oh, and contact between the 78 and 88. That was close right there, but Corey Day backed out before that could get any worse. Now Jimmy Fellows, that was himself in the top 10. There's the 22 right there. Oh, there's a bit of a stack up. The 9 had to get off the throttle because she was getting loose by the 22. Oh, man. The gap is about 1.5 seconds between Psycho and Steel. And the 78 is going to battle the 1 for 5th. And it looks like she'll get it done. Now Jemiah Washington now settles herself in the top 10. The 11 has started all the way near the back, but she has rebounded all the way back up into the top 10. What a run for that 11 car. And the gap is now roughly 2 seconds between the 04 and the 50. So it looks like only green flag pit stops will have to do as Deshaun just makes a big send on one of his cars to take 3rd. And now here comes his other car. That's the 11. That's one of his full-time cars. The other full-time car would be the 19, who has fallen all the way back to 24th. But yeah, these Toyotas are definitely starting to show their muscle now. Corey Day now goes to the inside for 6th. And he's going to clear the 81 right there. The 8, the 9, and the 1 are not that far behind, but here goes Connor and DJ Hart in the 2. Oh, what a send by the 11 as the 78 moves the 10 out of the way. Corey Day going to try to get that side draft off of the 10. And Corey Day will get by for 5th. Blimey though, that is one fast 88 car. Wonder how much practice Corey Day got at this track if he's doing so well. Now the 78 goes to the inside of the 50 for 3rd. Jemiah is already up in the 2nd. And you see the gap is starting to close a little bit. The 11 looks like she has the pace to get to the 04. And possibly get her first win. Both of the Washington sisters, they have not won yet in the Mountain Dew Series ever since they first started racing here roughly 2 seasons ago. Corey Day just right now on the back bumper of Kane Steele. And he's going to go to the inside of the 50. And he will make it work. Corey Day up into 4th. Deshaun Jackson continues to hold the fastest lap time. But that could very well change. As we are now past the halfway point, we are down to 29 laps to go here in the Fanta 200 at Denver. And right now it is just Psycho Bichitaru who's got a really commanding lead over Jemiah Washington. But Jemiah is trying all she can to close the gap to the 04. But so far, the 04 just keeps getting the better of them through the straightaways and off of the corners. Although Jemiah is able to close it somewhat, but she has just not been able to keep up with the powerhouse that is Psycho. And if anyone watching here is from the Cricket Cup server, of course you know how Psycho runs these cars. Ooh, but looks like she is slowing a little bit. Looks like the tire wear is starting to get up to the 04 a little bit. She's lost a lot of time to Jemiah Washington and Izuka Midoriya. She's losing time to the Toyotas. And I definitely think Cody does not want to see those Toyotas in victory lane, so that 04 better hope that she can muscle every strength she can out of her Ford Fusion, as those two Supras back there, the 11 and 78, they sniff blood in the water. And there goes the 04 on the pit road. It is the start of green flag pit stops. The 11 will take the race lead away. And caution is out. That changes everything. And there's a spin on the front stretch. Oh boy. I'm trying to see who that is. Oh, it's the 14. The 14 of Dez was in it. I saw Allgaier was in it. Tage is in it. Caution is out with 26 laps to go. That might change the situation for Karen Catfish. All right, well, let's go back here and see what happened right here. Coming onto pit road. Looks like there was a couple cars trying to go on to pit road, but I could not tell if the 7 was trying to stay out or go on to pit road. So let's see what happened right here. So you see right here, the 7's going to slide up. They're already making contact already because they're trying to avoid these guys. You see the 7... Yeah, the 7 was trying to stay out. The 62 is trying to come in, but the 62 just keeps coming down, 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 then into Justin Allgaier. And just takes him out. And, yeah, just nowhere for Dez to go. And then pows right into the front end of the 7. That's going to knock both cars out. But that will solidify Jemiah Washington as the race leader. And then something out of Tage Magnuson. So let's see right here. Oh, man. Just a direct hit right there on Justin Allgaier's quarter panel. But yeah, with that caution coming out, that will solidify Jemiah Washington as the leader of this race. And Psycho looks like she's been put a lap down, but since the caution has came out, even if she does stay out, she will have to drop to the end of the longest line. As the 11 leads the field onto pit road, and you see a couple guys are going to stay out right here. Looks like, I can't tell if that's Hernan or Corey Day that's staying out right there. Unless those are all cars that have been trapped down a lot. Oh yeah, those are all cars that have been trapped a lap down. The 04 is still on the lead lap, so I need to make sure I do not screw this up. So let me go ahead and wave around the lapper. So the 88, 81 a lap down. Hold on here. I need to check. Oh yeah, 81. Yeah, 81's a lap down. All right, so 81, 50. 10, 42, 62, and 51. So I think there's more. Yeah, Justin Allgaier and Des, they are done for the day. Oh, yep. So, yep. 39. 99. 03. 53. And 93. Was it 93? Yeah, 93. And the 12 goes back on the pit road, so she will not get that free pass. But yeah, but it'll most likely be that Psycho will be your race leader, but I don't know. Oh, she is not. So I'll probably have to send her to the end of the longest line, since, yeah. So yeah, 04 will have to go to the end of the longest line since we are down to 2 to go, and I'm not giving out any more free passes. So yeah, Jemiah is your new race leader. And all the lappers are now just coming back to the pack right here, all back on the lead lap as Stella Wheeler gets out of pit road. Yeah, this really screwed up the 0-4 of Psycho Pichitaru, who now had to go all the way to the tail end of the longest line. So that's just a big, big break for the 0-4 of Psycho. And not such an... I did say if she did end up staying out, she'll have to go to the end of the longest line, since she did not qualify for the Lucky Dog, since she was on pit road of the moment of caution. So she did not... she does not get the wave around since she was on pit road, which means she is trapped down a lap. We had Toyota 1-2 up here with MKR's Jemiah Washington and Native Furniture Rose Izuka Midoriya. This will be a good win though for Furniture Row Racing if they can get that 78 onto victory lane here on home turf. And we are going this time, Jemiah Washington, your leader, followed by Izuka Midoriya, Jimmy Fellows, Maggie Splitzer, and Sam Mayer in the top 5. Then Suyu Asui, Clyde McBride, Luca Zoric, Tari Ritzloff, and Connor DJ Hart runs in the top 10. Your top 10 have been completely reshuffled because of that caution during the pit cycle, and that has sent multiple cars that were running up front to the back. Most notably Psycho, who is now trapped down one lap because she was fully on pit road when the moment of caution came out. Okay, so yeah, it will be the Toyota Brigade of the 11 and 78 that will lead us back to the green flag. But don't forget, we do have that Cadillac back there. That is the 22. And there's another Cadillac a couple of rows back, that being the 2. So we're going to see how these guys are going to do here. See, Magnuson is also done for the day as well. And here you go, the pace car is in. It's on the 11 to lead us back to the green. Pace car is fully in. It's now on the 11. As we go back into the restart zone, green flag's back in the air. A good restart for the top 3. But especially a good restart for the 78 of Izuka Midoriya. But she is unable to keep up with the 11 of Jemiah Washington. Jemiah's already trying to establish a gap. Naomi's already looking on the 78. Ooh, the 78 is really trying to get there. Look at that send, though, by the 22, Jimmy Fellows. He's going to get up into second. And Fellows now going to be in prime position to challenge the 11 if he can get there. This might be a classic Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano situation if these two raced the same way that Hamlin and Logano did back at Auto Club in 2013. And only one way to find out. We are down to 20 laps to go here at Denver. But Jemiah looking good so far. But who knows, there could be a driver that's outside of the top 5 that could pose a threat to the 11. But we'll have to see as these laps continue to wind down. We're down to 19 laps to go. Sue has now made her way into the top 5. She had just got by Izuka Midoriya for 5th. And now Tari Ritzloff now has the fastest lap time of the race. That would be some good points for Tari, as she is currently right now 5th in points. And your current points leader, Deshaun Jackson, has dropped all the way down to 26th. Might not look good for Deshaun if he stays where he is right now. He's going to have to work back up if he wants to get more points. Now Noah Treason and Hernan now make their ways into the top 10. That's more Des Racing Toyota Supras in the top 10. As Sam Mayer, Treason, and Hernan all got by the 78, and now there's a battle going on for 7th. And side by side for second between Tari and Fellows. Tari's got a good car right here. The 22's also got a good car. They are side by side, but they are gaining on the 11. Still side by side for second, but they are still closing the gap on the 11. The 11 is unable to exploit that advantage as Tari clears the 22 for second. And now her sister Kayla is now in the top 10 as well. There's the 19 right there. Right now running 9th behind Ochako in the 6th, who's currently running 8th. Treason has reestablished himself in the top 10, as there are multiple battles going on for many positions out back. $16 laps to go here in the Fanta 200, as Tari has caught up to the 11. As she looks to the inside, there goes the 96, side by side for the lead. Oh, and that 96 got a good run there off the corner. And there she goes, Tari to the race lead. But now here comes Naomi Fellows, exploiting the advantage. He waited and tried to pounce. He did on the 11, but not on the 96. 15 laps to go. And another big send right there by the 22. Jemiah has reestablished herself into 3rd. That's going to be some good points for the 11 if she can be able to hold on. But there is Clyde McBride back there in the 37. And Hernan is not that far behind in the 48. So anything could happen. As we're coming up to 14 laps to go, there a battle for 5th going on between Joshua Neely and Hernan Hernandez. And there's Sue Asui there in the 9, just watching this battle as she's right now trying to stay clear of a Chaco Rura in the 6, who's currently about 4.4 seconds behind her right now. But yeah, Ritzloff is starting to pull away, but Jimmy Fellows is closing the gap to the 96. He's not allowing her to run away. But don't forget, the 11 is back there. She will pounce when she has the chance. But wow, though, what a run, though, for Jimmy Fellows. We're down to 13 to go. And we should be able to run the rest of this race without any sort of rain delays. So that'll be good. And it's a battle for 10th going on between Carolina Bradley and Kane Steele. Looks like Steele was able to keep it ahead of the 33. Denying the 33 a top 10 spot for right now. 12 to go as the 22 has caught up to the 96. And there he goes, right to the inside of the 96. They are side by side for the race lead again. And the 22's got the edge. Jimmy Fellows out in front of Denver. The 11 tried to pounce, but just did not have the speed through turn 3 and 4. As we're down to 11 laps to go here in the Fanta 200. Jemiah now back there behind Tari Ritzloff in the 96, gonna try to keep up as best as she can. So we're coming up to 10 laps to go next time by. Oh, the 11 tried to make something work, but it just did not work for the 11. All right, 10 laps to go. This is now for all the marbles. As well, we got green flag piss-offs. The 50, 88, 93, 51, they are in. This will change the outcome of this race. Does the leaders have enough fuel? Or more interestingly, do they have enough tires to make it? Like, do they have enough grip in their tires to where they can keep it going for a prolonged period? And the leaders are going to try to stretch it out as best as they can. As a couple more cars go on to pit road, including the 39, the 81. Looks like that was the 03 of Breacher that went on to pit road. Yeah, 42 is also in as well. So is the 53. We had Tari just unable to close the gap to the 22. But she's able to do it a little bit through the corners, but it looks like she messed up the turn there a little bit. And there go the leaders on the pit road. The 96 is going to stay out. 8 laps to go this time by. Now the pressure's on Tari. Does she have to come in, or does she have enough to make it all the way to the end without pitting? Yeah, looks like no is the answer. She is coming on a pit road this time, and so is Hernan, but the 37's gonna stay out. Clyde McBride will lead his first lap with 7 laps to go. And it looks like right now he is like one of the only cars that is not pitted yet. Yeah, he's the only car that has to pit. And there's the 11er that's coming off the pit road. And there goes the 37 on the pit road. The 96 will most likely be the race leader. But she has just been passed on the 22 of Jimmy Fellows. Looks like Fellows will retake the race lead when the leaderboard cycles after they all pass Clyde McBride. And it's looking good for Jimmy Fellows and Fly High right now. We're down to 6 laps to go this time by. And once we hit 5, the race will be official if a caution comes out. And the 22 has just got by the 37, which means Fellows is now the race leader. And he's got a good gap. As we're coming up to 5 to go. This time by off of 4. All Jimmy Fellows is gonna do is just nurse that car home. And hopefully not have any car problems while at it. Yeah, that 22's just got a huge gap over Clyde McBride that I don't think the leaders will be able to do much unless a caution comes out. But here we go, 4 laps to go here from Denver. This is the final laps of the race. Does Noemi Fellows have enough fuel and tires to make it? And they look like there was a battle for second that is involving between Clyde McBride and Luka Zoric. Right there, here's the battle for second. There's the 1196 also in this as well. And Clyde McBride's going to clear the 28. Down to 3 to go here from Denver. And right now, 17 car is on the lead lap. Everyone else appears to be a lap down. But I don't know, ticker could be wrong, but I don't know. But right now, all eyes are on the 22 of Jim Fellows. And it is kind of like STS 5. 2 laps to go. The gap is nearly 4 seconds between Fellows and McBride. Now, can Jimmy Fellows close the deal and get his first Mountain Dew win? Fly High Motorsports, owned by the legendary Pedro Phoenix Sales, has been no shy to signing excellent talent. And we've definitely seen that out of the 22 of Jimmy Fellows off of turn 4. He's going to see the white flag final lap here from Denver. Jimmy Fellows, who is basically an unknown in this series, is about to become known. Off of turn 4 for the final time. The gap is 3 seconds. As here we go into turn number 3 for the final time. He's just nursing it home at this point. He knows the gap is too big for them to catch up. And off of turn number 4, he'll be known as a Mountain Dew Series winner. Jimmy Fellows wins it at Denver. And Luka Zoric looks like he might have beaten Clyde McBride for second, but yeah, Clyde McBride definitely got second there. I definitely saw that. The Atari Ritzloff in 4th. Jemiah Washington will get 5th. Well, I don't know though. I'm just waiting for everyone to cross the start-finish line. There's still a couple of lappers that haven't hit yet. And looks like the 11 has wrecked out on the last lap. Oh, man. And the last cars have crossed the start-finish line. But let's go back here and see what happened to the 11 of Jemiah Washington during the cooldown. Oh, yeah, she just screwed it up and then just locked up the brakes. Just goes sliding along the outside wall. Thankfully, no one else had hit her. So she was lucky to be sticking on that outside lane. All right, as we take a look right here at your official results, Jimmy Fellows wins the race. Clyde McBride will get second. Then Jemiah Washington, Luka Zoric, and Tari Ritzlaw friends at the top 5. Then Suyu Asui, Hernan Hernandez, Carolina Bradley, Joshua Neely, and Ochako Uro rounds at the top 10. Really great run from most of these drivers, especially the 8 of Joshua Neely. You got to give him credit for keeping up there with the top 10 basically all race. As we take a look at the rest of you guys that finish on the lead lap, so that will include Kane Steele, Charles Charlie Kelvin, Corey Day, Deshaun Jackson, Pato Award, Connor DJ Hart, Sam Mayer, Izuka Midoriya, Kateri Woodlow, Kyla Washington, Adonda Kratz, Noah Treason, Shoto Todoroki, Rose Thorne, Sif Iverson, Karen Catfish, Ethan Rice, Travis Regan, Radek Zoric, Maggie Spletzer, Andre Killinger, and Zoe Backenmine will all finish on the lead lap. Our only 2 lappers for this race today was Saiko Bichitaru after that pit cycle yellow for basically ruined her chance to win. And then lastly, Stella Wheeler, who just had so many problems from the start of this race. And looking at your DNFs for today, Justin Allgaier, Tage Magnuson, Desiree Hudson, Ryan Danielson, Brendan Brown, Paul Nee Jones, and Matt Vasquez will all finish out of this race. But that would do it here for the Fanta 200 here at Denver. Congratulations to Jimmy Fellows and Fly High Motorsports for their first win of the season. And for all y'all that have tuned in on Alice Prime Motorsports channel, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. But tomorrow, it will be the Cup Series turn to rip it up here from Denver Motorsports Park. But until then,